Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am here speaking with the amazing Laura Elizabeth, who is the compiler of the wonderful and divine Rising Matriarch book. Laura, what a week it's been, hey?
Good morning. What
We
a
are
week.
still
Absolutely.
smiling. We are
Oh,
still
such a beautiful vibe though. Still riding those waves, I think we will be for most of the month.
yeah. And you know what? Anyone who grabs their copy, have you got a copy of the book there? Just hold
I
it
do have a copy of the book.
Um, everyone who reads this book, now I promise you, you're going to feel all the feels. You're going to feel all of the feels. You're going to laugh. You're going to cry. You're going to resonate with something so deeply, it's going to shift your
Mm.
absolute where you are in life, and you'll never be able to go back there again. This is how powerful this book is. I promised you. And is like, was that the intention, Laura, or was that just a beautiful outcome?
Look, it's always the intention to create something that ignites emotion and healing and transformation in someone. But I think I didn't realize just how deeply these women would allow themselves to go with this writing, and therefore it has completely exceeded my expectations, whilst fully maintaining that original intention. It's been absolutely beautiful to work with these women.
It is. And we are now launched. So this book is birthed into the world. We are officially launched. And we were only what, six months in gestation. So we did it in record time. So now it's going to find wings and grow and to reach the readers. And so this book has been all encompassing. It's going to it's such an amazing book to be part of, but it's also going to be an amazing book for people to read. It is everything, isn't it?
Absolutely. I'm so looking forward to hearing people's feedback on which pieces have resonated, because you know what it's like, Karen, when as you birth a story, or as a story leaves you, that that catharsis for yourself is your job, and then the story itself goes out into the world and it's no longer yours. And it's like pieces of art. As you're as you're creating that art, you're feeling all of your feels, and then it goes out there, and the reader, or the receiver of the art, has a completely different interpretation. So I'm really excited to see just which pieces of the soul we're hitting in which people.
Yeah, everyone will get some, even men will get a lot of insight
Absolutely.
out of reading this book. Um, So bringing so many people into a book, like we do a lot of compilation books, but bringing so many powerful women into a book there's a lot of raw emotion in this book, and people have really opened up. And if you're watching, say hi, because we can see comments here. And if you have a question for Laura, please share. But bringing so many people together into a book, it's not an easy process. You don't expect it to be streamlined. But pretty. It's been pretty good. Everybody has showed up for this book and to share their stories, haven't they?
Absolutely. Everybody has, as I said, they've been completely open and vulnerable and honest with this book. Um, Certainly when you call in 23 or 24 powerful women to share their stories, things can get dynamic and interesting. But I think overall we've all tuned into that collective energy, and been able, just to meet deadlines, and move through those awkward moments where you know that these words want to come out, but you don't know how you feel about it, and moving through these processes and really being in that healing process of the sharing also, and watching just how each woman has changed in the last 6 months, because they have gone deep, and it's one of those things that they really need to own for themselves too, and celebrate that. It's not about birthing the book, it's about the transformation in the creation of the book as well. So I really hope that they're acknowledging that commitment, and stepping up to themselves and this collection.
Oh my goodness. It is. It's like, I don't think people realize when you come together in a book like this alongside other amazing people, um, it's a self-development journey. It's not just about writing a piece and dumping it in a book. Not at all. What comes out needs to go into the book, needs to be honored. And that is exactly what needs to be the story that needs to be told. And so honoring that and moving through the motions and any inhibitions that are attached to releasing this into the world also have to be honored and processed. So it is a journey of you know, self-development and letting go of some things and moving on from some things. So much in that, isn't there, Laura? And you have been amazing in joining women on that journey.
Thank you. And yes, having these beautiful women in our melting pot meant that we had this beautiful scaffolding and support for each other as well. Being able to know that you can lean into our little hub and go, I'm struggling today, help me out. And there's this beautiful, collaboration of women who are like, we've got this, keep going, you can do it. So it really has built community, as well as create something really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Sisters all together. And I've had the joy of being in that private group and seeing that emotion. And it is just like everybody just reaches out with the biggest hug. So we've got Crystal. Crystal, can we send some love to Crystal? Because we never got to hug you on Saturday night. Crystal Miller. Hello, how you
Hello,
going?
Crystal.
It's so good to see you here. So, Rising Matriarch, where's it going to go? We don't know, but we have honored the call to get this book out into the world. I highly recommend that you get a copy for you and for your girlfriends. Have a conversation, share your thoughts in your circles. Honestly, and there's two pages in this book. Like what, it's everything is just so aligned. So yeah, it's just been an absolute joy from the concept of the idea. We said, Karen, do you know what? I might have an amazing book that will come together. Will we see? And within 2 weeks, you had so many people lining up, and you chose the cream of, you chose the right people to come together in this book that only you can do as the compiler. This is your vision of everyone together. And then I was like, can you squeeze me into because I want to be part of such a divine book. So not only do I get the joy of being the publisher, I also get the privilege of being an author alongside all of these women. And it's powerful. And some of the chapter titles are, they just make your eyes water. They really do. And, there's so much of everything in it. It's just the most magnificent project I've had the honor of working with you on, Laura. So, Laura, what is next after Rising Matriarch? Are you just going to process it, let it all happen, or do you have plans for future or books like this? Because I was asked a lot on Saturday night at the launch, is Laura doing this again?
Look, there's part of Laura that would like to go and hide under a rock somewhere for a little while, but that's not how Laura works.
No,
Look,
I
the
know.
ideas are flowing, and as you know, Karen, when you are, when you're working intuitively and in alignment, things just drop in and flow. So I fully expect to be working on another 300 projects very, very soon. But I might just take a couple of days. But look, certainly there's already ideas that are dropping in. Certainly with more book productions, as well as all kinds of other exciting things. So do keep in the loop, and as also following the beautiful women who've come together in this book, because I know that they are about to, disrupt in a big way, and it's super, super exciting.
Yeah, so come and join us on this journey and watch what happens, because as this book filters out into the world, it's just going to touch many, many lives. And so please come back to us and share your thoughts and your feelings, no matter whether it stirred something in you and enraged you. Share it with us, because that's for a reason. Every emotion that you feel is connected to something deeper. So it's important to honor that, isn't it? And that is very evident in this book, Laura.
Look, if just one word resonates with one person and helps them to change their life in some way, then we've done our job.
We have
100%. 100%.
Well, it is an absolute joy to catch you on today, because you're such a busy woman. You've just been on Ticker News. We're going to post the recording of Ticker News here. That was such an amazing interview with Adrian. It's not often you get Adrian. You got him, so well done. And this book is not just for women and the sisterhood, it's also for men. So come on, let's get out there, let's share it. So wonderful. We launched for Mother's Day because that divine energy is in there. And just go and find it online. Leave reviews where you can and share this experience with us, because we need stories like Rising Matriarch being shared with the world. And I love how you shared in the interview about, how First Nations share stories to heal and to connect and all of those kinds of things. That's kind of an Irish and a Scottish thing as well, isn't it? Somebody
Absolutely.
down the road, you come up with a cup of tea and you sit down and share a story with them to make them feel better. That's what this book is. It's that.
Yeah, coming back into the heart and building community. Yeah.
Okay, Laura, thank you so much. Where can everyone find you?
Oh, well, when I'm come out from hiding under my rock, you can find me at either Erotic Maven Medicine, Facebook or Instagram, or at lauraelizabeth.com.au. So, yeah.
And you can find out everything about this book and the Ticker News interview. Everything is on www.kmdbooks.com/Rising Matriarch. We've got all of the links of where to buy it wherever you are in the world in there as well. Thank you so much for joining me, Laura.
Thank you for having me, Karen.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Bye.